Good, happy Wednesday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First, step 3 killed, at least 10 hurt in mass auto auction crash. Let's take a listen to this video right now.
Good afternoon, everybody. We do want to get you updated on some breaking news that we've been following throughout the morning. An out-of-control Jeep crashed into an auto auction in Billerica, Massachusetts this morning. At least 3 people were killed. Let's listen into a press conference from the district attorney.
Expectation. This is a very active scene, so we have a limited amount of information that we're going to be able to give at this point. I'm joined today by Billerica Police Chief Rosa, Deputy Fire Chief Tom Conway, Detective Lieutenant Sullivan from my office. At about 10:13 this morning, police received a call of a vehicle that had gone out of control inside the Linway auction. The information that we have at this point indicates that there were several hundred customers as well as a few hundred employees on the property. There was an auction going on, as it does every Wednesday. Cars are moved through the lane so that folks have an opportunity to see them, prepare to bid on the cars. Cars travel a few paces apart. Cars come through, they're seen. A few paces behind that is the next car. A 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee was waiting to enter, to travel down the lane. The inside of the building has travel lanes alternating with safe lanes where people are able to stand. Red lanes in which the cars drive, blue lanes in which folks are able to stand and look at the cars as they come by. Those blue lanes had a large number of people in that space. As this vehicle began to enter the building, following a pace behind the car in front of it, it suddenly accelerated, traveled through the inside of the building at a very high rate of speed, striking numerous people, and ultimately was brought to a halt by crashing into a cinder block wall at the far end.
Okay, and there you go on a little bit of that press conference earlier today. Family ID's first woman killed in car auction crash. 2 other people killed. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
The Leahy Hospital Medical Center, about 6 miles from where you are in Billerica. And yes, the deceased was one of the 4 patients rushed here with traumatic injuries. Here at Leahy, 2 patients are critical, one of which had to have surgery. A third is stable, and sadly, the 4th person, Lizandra Aponte of Lowell, died from her injuries. All of the victims are being treated at Leahy are between the ages of 30 and 60 years old. There was triage on the scene in Billerica. Aponte's brother tells us his sister was between a wall and the vehicle.
We just lost our sister, a mother, a daughter. She leaves behind 3 kids. One just joined the Army. He's graduating next week. He's in Georgia.
He's clearly all broken up. Miss Aponte is in her mid-30s, pictured here on the left with her teenage daughters. Leahy Hospital says the patients all suffer from multiple trauma injuries. Today was Aponte's first day on the job. She works for a temp agency, and she was in the first few hours of her very first shift there. The family left the hospital here devastated. Live in Burlington.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Tractor-trailer crash knocks out power, traffic lights in part of Portland. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW News 8 in Maine.
By making Nessun.com part of your digital day, the region's #1 sports site. Get what's trending with the teams you love and access you won't find anywhere else.
Hey there, Tracy. The city tweeted that it could be 5 to 6 hours before power is restored. Let me show you the situation behind me here on Preble Street. You can see crews busy working to get the situation fixed. You can see it looks like they put up a new pole, but you can see where that old one was snapped in half is sitting on top of the wires there on the building. Now, the crash happened around 1 at this intersection. That's Preble and Oxford Streets. The driver of the tractor trailer tells News 8 he was making a delivery and the tractor caught a wire and then snapped the pole in half. Traffic signals are out at several nearby intersections, including Marginal Way, Park Avenue, Forest Avenue, and Cumberland. The Preble Street shelter is also without power. They are making bagged lunches for clients tonight. Oxford Street shelter, which is nearby, is open. Now, traffic is backed up in those areas that I just mentioned near State Street, Forest Avenue, Marginal Way. So if you can avoid that area tonight, you definitely should. I'll have more coming up at 5. Live in Portland, Morgan Sturdivant, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Now let's take a look at your markets right now and see how they closed this evening. And here's a look at your markets right now, everyone. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your S&P 500 Index closed in the red and went down. Your NASDAQ closed in the red and went down. Our USS2K closed in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Bank stock jumped after Fed decision. Dow closes a little changed. Bank stocks rose broadly on Wednesday as expectations for a June rate hike from the Federal Reserve increased. Senate changes likely for Republican healthcare bill. While Senate Republicans say they are pleased with the progress the House of Representatives is making on its Obamacare replacement bill, there is still several major roadblocks ahead once the legislation makes it to the other side of the Capitol. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.